Rutherford Issues with Bryan Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric, and through Sharing Change, MTE members round up their bills to support local nonprofits. You can find out more at sharingchange.org. It's my pleasure to welcome in Pam Brown from Insights Counseling Centers, and we're going to talk about mental health. And May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so a lot to talk about. Pam, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
It's good to have you back, and always good to see you. So first of all, give me your elevator speech about Insights Counseling Centers and what it is you do.
Thank you. Well, it's great to be here. And before I forget, I do want to tell you that we're going to have a booth at the Borough Fest Barbecue
good.
on Saturday. So we hope guests will come by and say hello to us. And so that elevator speech you invited me to give, Insight Counseling Centers, our mission is to restore lives to wholeness, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And we do that through providing excellent counseling to individuals, couples, and families. And we have a location right here in Murfreesboro. The good folks at First Baptist Church on East Main Street provide us with pro bono space so that we can carry out our mission right here in Rutherford County.
I'm sure that you have all kinds of clients you keep very busy, I would assume, here in Murfreesboro.
Yes. In fact, last year we served 94 clients who live in Rutherford County, and we provided them with 773 sessions.
Oh, wow. So very busy. Insights is part of a larger, I mean, you're here in Murfreesboro, but part of a larger group, I guess, in terms of counties and service areas.
We have 9 physical locations throughout the state, and we serve clients statewide through telehealth. The last time I checked, we have served clients in 50 Tennessee counties and counting.
Wow. Telehealth, I don't even want to think about COVID, but that did really change a lot of things, and some for the good, and that may be one of them.
Interestingly, prior to COVID, it was already a part of our strategic plan to begin offering telehealth. We were going to do it in the fall of 2020.
Oh, wow.
But then COVID happened. And so we hurried that up and, learned to built the plane while it was flying, so to speak. And we got telehealth up and running in the spring. It was a lifeline for our clients who were, we were all shut down, and they were shut down. Back then, my main concern was our current clients. I wasn't thinking very futuristically yet, and quickly learned that we were able to go statewide because of telehealth offerings. And like I said, we've currently served clients in 50 counties.
And that was a time of tremendous need for mental health care, especially.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's talk about mental health. Being a guy, I guess it's one of those things, like Tim the Toolman Taylor, we've got it, and things like that. But, it's very important to have someone that you can talk to, isn't it?
It's really important. And you guys try to handle it all on your own. and everybody deserves to have a trusted resource to address mental and emotional and behavioral health concerns. And, those concerns don't have to be earth-shattering, news-grabbing concerns. A lot of people are quietly managing depression or anxiety or marital issues or grief and loss and loneliness. And, Insight Counseling's therapists are well-trained and equipped to support people as they're navigating those garden variety concerns.
But would it be fair to say that those garden variety concerns, there's 1, then there's 2, then there's 10, and those become large, when you compile everything together, just life in itself?
Absolutely. And life seems harder today than it was 20 years ago. And you're right. Unaddressed, things can snowball for the individual.
So I'm not sure if you're, and I know television does not do justice for things like this, but there's an Apple TV series called Shrinking, and it's very much about counseling, and it's the interactions. But I think one of the things that I've gotten from it, it's normalizing the need to speak with someone, and in a counseling situation, it can really be helpful and beneficial.
I'm not familiar with that show, but
You'll have to check it out.
If it's pro counseling, I'm glad to know about it.
So, but the fact of the matter is, are we seeing folks reach out for help more now than maybe that 20 years ago that we did, or kind of where are we in that, do you think?
Well, you pointed to COVID a few minutes ago, and I think that was a tipping point. People began reaching out. We were hearing, I never thought I would need therapy, and so I believe that situation was so acute that it assisted with the destigmatization, because statistically 20% of the population at any given time is dealing with a mental or behavioral health issue. Of that 20%, 60% of them statistically will not reach out for support, and the two reasons are financial and stigmatization. And so I believe COVID helped people become less judgmental of their peers, of people who were reaching out and needed support. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And I think that was a time when everybody was going through something. I mean, just the whole fact of the world changed in an instant, and reacting to that. What you mentioned financial, and I want to dig into that in just a second, but what is the stigma that you see, since that's such a large percentage? I mean, what do people, is there a preconceived idea of, I'm laying on the couch, I'm spilling the beans to someone and they're telling me this and that? Or, I mean, what is the stigma, do you think? I
consider the stigma judgments that we place on others. So if I break my arm, I go to the ER, or I go to the doctor, I put a cast on it, get a cast put on it, and no one is blaming me or stigmatizing me. When it's mental health, for some reason, we blame the patient. We blame the client. We being society, I should say. Because it's not very well understood by lay people. A layperson understands what a broken bone is. They understand what a heart attack is. But it's so hard to understand the brain and what is going on inside of the brain and the chemicals that are involved. And that is a very generalized view of stigmatization, but that's my view.
Yeah, and that there has to be something wrong if, right? Depression, bipolar, all of those different things. I mean, some of them go hand in hand, and it's like, well, something's wrong with you. That's the stigma, I think. But are we seeing that kind of change, or are we having more people that kind of understand it is like a broken bone? It's not your fault.
I believe that as a society, we are becoming kinder and more understanding to people who, to the 20% at any given time who are experiencing an issue around mental health. And when people don't have to be afraid, they're more apt to ask for help.
Pam Brown with us today, Insights Counseling Centers, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. You mentioned a couple of things that maybe would keep people from, reaching out for help, and financial probably is a really big one in terms of, this is going to cost a fortune. I don't have the money to be able to do this. It's just the evening blues every now and then, but I think we can talk ourselves out of it sometimes when it comes to financial, but you've kind of taken the veil off of that with Insights, right?
Exactly. We offer a very generous income-based fee scale, We also accept some insurances. And in fact, last year, Insight provided $54,000 of unreimbursed care specifically to Rutherford County clients. Rutherford County is our third largest county in the state regarding numbers of clients served. And so we're honored, and we're grateful to be able to provide that much unreimbursed care.
On the financial side of things like that, I think we're seeing insurance companies also helping to take away that stigma, because a lot more of them are, I get things several times a year from my insurance company that says, well, we offer this for mental health and things of that nature. So I think that's helping too. Would you say?
I think so. And also, hats off to our physicians. When I went to my last annual checkup, my doctor asked me, how many days of blues have I had in the last 30 days? I mean, she was doing a little mental health checkup. And as someone who's representing a counseling office, I very much appreciated that.
Sure, absolutely. It's important, though. I mean, I remember that happening the last checkup that I had as well. But you still have to tell somebody first. You have to get through the stigma of that. I guess the point is there's help there.
Yes.
You just have to be willing to accept that.
Yes, and hats off to those clients who make that very first phone call. And
that's the hardest thing, isn't
they're
it?
the brave ones, yeah. And we're in their corner.
So in our last couple of moments left here, I'll see what you have in terms of anything else you would like to make sure we cover today.
Well, we are having a cottage party fundraiser tonight, and if I have a moment to thank our sponsors, I'd be grateful for that. May I?
Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead.
Well, Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford is our presenting sponsor. Our partner sponsor is Curl Rental Properties. Our friend sponsors, one chooses to be anonymous, and we'll certainly honor that, Ms. Risa Hayes and Dr. Ellen Slicker. And our supporting sponsors are Murfreesboro Oral Surgery and Implant Center and the Vespa V's. Our catering sponsor is Five Senses. Our floral sponsor is Murfreesboro Flower Shop, and we have an in-kind sponsorship from David Weil of Murfreesboro Steak and Shake, and our party hosts are Justin and Jessica Holder. We're so grateful for all of this support, because all dollars raised tonight will support our income-based fee scale in Rutherford County.
Okay, so this event is this evening. Are there chances for people to continue to sign up? I'm sure it's kind of last minute for that.
If people will email me directly at pam@insightcenters.org and express interest in the subject line that they want to attend, I will make sure that they have all the details.
Well, that sounds great. And this helps you with your fee scale of being able to offer the services, correct?
Yes, and I will add that all dollars raised stay in Rutherford County.
Oh, good. Well, that's very positive as well. If someone cannot make it to this evening's event, is there an opportunity for folks who maybe would like to help, because they know if they can help with the financial contribution that it will help others?
Yes, we have a very easy to use donate button on our website, which is www.insightcounselingcenters.org, and we would be grateful. People can designate, when they make their gift, they can designate the Journey to Wholeness Cottage Party or Rutherford County, and we honor all of those donor instructions. Very good. So where can we find out more about Insight's counseling centers? Kind of point us to your website, any socials and things like that. Yes, we're on Facebook, Instagram, X. I almost said Twitter, X, and LinkedIn, and again, that website, and I'll give you the number for our intake department if anyone wants to call to explore counseling. The phone number is 615-383-2115, and intake is extension 100. Very good. Pam, always glad to see you. Anything that we can ever do to help, let us know. Thank you. Thank you. Joining us today, Pam Brown with Insight's Counseling Centers. If you missed or came in late, we'll have the podcast up real quick.